This is the last one. This completed the set.
We came to see it. Alright, so I sent you guys this video. Go ahead and look at it. It's James Bond deaths. I think this is the one where the guy, like... I think this is the one where he edited it so Bond actually dies.
I got an ad.
Oh, I got 2 ads.
An ad?
I skipped it.
Yeah, this is the one. This is good shit.
Get with it.
Get it.
The bobsled.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, that's funny. Like, whoever did this, good, like, bravo. We need to share this on the Facebooks.
Yeah, because we're gonna talk about it. Yes.
Yes.
It's so good.
That's amazing. Oh my god. The fucking Live and Let Die one is the best so far.
It is so good. James Bond canceled.
Bond, James Bond.
For Prince Brosnan to get shot. Oh, he got his head shot off.
James Bond canceled.
Oh, like he used deep fakes for part of it. Oh my gosh. It's so good. Like, bravo. Nice job, kid. Anyway, I don't remember how I saw that or where I saw it the other day, but I thought I'd share that with you guys since you guys like Bond.
Account deleted. Nice.
That was really well done.
Right? Definitely worth. Like the part that sold me on checking it out was the laser, because I saw a video or just a picture of that, and I was like, hold on, I know how that ends. I want to see this.
I've seen this. What is this hat?
Do you not like it?
You're gonna answer my question before I answer yours.
Well, this is my go to hell hat. Do you not like it?
Do you like it?
Yeah.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah. If so tell me you don't like it.
I'm not gonna let you tell me to go to hell.
Jake,
Yeah,
I hate your hat.
Go to hell.
Wow, I didn't see that coming.
Oh my gosh.
And now I'll take off the go to hell hat.
It was either Pharrell or that guy.
You're the second person to say Pharrell.
Panthers.
Like
Well, that
Jen's
was
like,
for
oh, you got your
sure.
Pharrell hat on? Are
Yeah.
you feeling happy? I'm like, go
Yeah.
to hell.
What's
100%.
that?
Go to
Scam
Pharrell.
Newton. That's his name.
Scam Newton. Fuck you.
It's one of the two.
Wait, do we now retroactively not hate people who got paid to play college football now that they're allowed to get paid while they
No,
play college
nope.
football?
I
No.
can still hate Scam Newton all I want.
Yeah,
Mm.
and this still broke the rules when it was
And
against the
Willie
rules.
Lyles still fucked with the Ducks.
Yeah.
So
And there's a song about that.
yeah.
Yeah, there is. It's a song that says, "Don't fuck with the Ducks,
Don't
Willie
fuck with
Lyles.
the
We'll kill
Ducks."
you. We'll
Yeah.
kill you dead. And then when you're not
Kill
dead, we'll
you.
kill you dead again."
We're gonna send our strength and conditioning coach to your house to stretch your ass.
With his dick.
Oh.
Because you're a oh.
Can't say that.
Dot,
Alex
dot, dot.
said.
Alex Maxwell canceled.
Oh man, I'm pissed.
Me
I'm
too. Fuck it.
pissed.
God damn it.
Oh, that was
Well,
all
write
my,
it
Son of a
down.
bitch.
Wait,
that was all my friction pens.
I need notes.
Fucking shit ass. Dick. Cheese.
Nugget.
A shit ass dick cheese nugget.
Okay. That
Name
sounds like
it
a Reggie
yourself.
Watts song already. Like shit ass cheese dick cheese nugget. Gotta be gross to get kinky. I don't know, something like that.
Can you make that the lyrics to the intro of the show today?
I can probably make that happen.
There you go.
Like just quietly in the background. Gotta get gross to get kinky.
Mm, 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 mm,
Mm.
mm,
Sex in 2021 is different than it was 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's fair.
You were probably a child, so.
Well, I was. It was like,
Yeah. Used to have it with my uncle. Now I have it with my wife. It's very different.
go.
Aw.
Peduntus. That's like Pete Davidson making jokes about his own dad.
That was exactly who I thought of when he said that. Nice job.
Apparently he's got a new show. I wanna check it out. I mean, it's probably awful, but
Is it just like a 10-episode Netflix series of him getting shitty tattoos removed?
I don't know if that's a thing.
He's like, "Yep, SpongeBob smoking a blunt with Deadpool. That can go."
Well, it's like it's funny you mentioned that because it's like I remember this dude I used to hang out with. His name was Vince, and he had like the most random tattoos you'd ever see because he would hang out with tattoo artists and he was the weed man, and so he would just be hanging out. He's like, you know what I want to get a tattoo of? How about like a tree frog with a huge boner? And he's like, and here it is. I'm like, what?
You're like, "That just looks like a dick on your arm." He goes, "Yeah, they made the frog really small." He's attached at the other end, though. If you follow it, there's 4 little feet there.
4 little feet there.
4 little feet.
You know what video I went back to the other day? It's the other day
The
classic
other day.
from Portland TV. The fucking I Like Turtles kid.
I like turtles.
Like, oh, we're down here. We've got a zombie. Oh, what are you thinking? I like turtles.
I mean, if that's what he was thinking, like he answered honestly.
Yeah.
I honestly like turtles.
Oh, stepped out of bounds. Gymnastics is on.
Oh,
Yeah, fucking flexible bitches.
Alex said. There's a whole bunch of trades happening, and like it just makes me feel like we
whole
just
bunch
need
of them?
to. Well, I mean, just the Westbrook trade. Then there's
Saw
there's
that.
baseball trades, but
Where's Westbrook now?
L.A.
LA.
Which one?
The Lakers.
Oh.
He's never won a championship, and now he's going to try to win one in LA.
Here's the problem. If you've never won a championship in LA, you definitely need to go to LA to win a championship.
That's
You ever won
way
a
it is.
championship in L.A.?
Have you never won a championship in LA?
You got to win a championship with LeBron in
You got
LA.
LA Braun.
Here's the problem with going to LA to win a championship with LeBron. Russell Westbrook requires the ball at all times and then will tank them in the second round of the playoffs because he's a shitty basketball player.
I don't know if they know this, but there's only one ball at a time.
He's like an amazing athlete, but he's a shitty basketball player.
My indictment of his game has always been that if they didn't give a statistic for assists, he would not pass the ball.
Have any. Correct.
Yeah, 100%. He certainly wouldn't pass the ball exactly 10 times a game.
Like, that's how I play NBA 2K. It's like, oh, I want to get a triple-double, make sure I get 10
Right.
assists.
Yeah.
That's it.
Other than that, I'm not passing. I'm going to have 75 points.
Right.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll throw a loop or an alley-oop if I get doubled.
For the assist.
Right.
But it better be like early in the game, because if I already have 10 assists, you're not fucking getting the ball.
You're not getting the pass. No.
One on three is advantage me.
Unless you're playing like the quick play with your friends where you control the whole team and not just your one superstar, in which case I play like the Spurs. I pass too many times.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like pass, drive, pass, drive, pass, drive, pass, drive, screen, pass, screen, drive, pass, screen, drive, pass. It's like I don't run an offense, but I run an offense.
I run on offense.
I basically run a motion offense or a flex of some sort. High screen, drop off to a power forward, look for the cutting guy. If it's not there, look for the jumper. If it's not there, kick it back out.
Over and over and over again.
Gymnastics. I was watching
Italian ass in fucking dual jump.
Doo-doo jump.
Doo-doo jump. Dude, I haven't been high for 2 days, and I got high today, and holy shit.
And now he's got ideas.
I got ideas.
All right.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
Bye.
It was now oatmeal.
My things.
All right, man. Are you ready for a good ass show?
I could be convinced.
Yes. Cool. All right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show, and he comes from the land of the ice and snow, from the midnight sun where the hot springs blow. It's that guy over there.
Just kidding. It's me. It's Alex. They keep inviting me back, and I don't know why. But as always, I'm introduced by the best to ever do it. That guy way over there.
It's me. It's One Take Jake back in the saddle again. I'm driving this flying umbrella, and we are joined by the third man in the booth. It would not be the show that we know, the show that we love today. He's our technical wizard with a new mic and a great looking setup. It's Robin.
Oh, mic's not working.
Goddamn right it is.
I knew it. I'm sitting here. I'm like, is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say it?
This new mic's broken, guys. It's not working.
Nope, not broken. Just I was like counting.
Yeah, I was like,
I can sit here and count for.
That's awesome.
Then I forgot how many numbers I was at because you guys were like, "Oh, his mic's not working."
And you're like, I have to prove that that it is.
No, you can see the light on it.
What?
It's green. It's green.
It's green. Green means go.
I can see
I went for the visual joke there. You'll see it on YouTube, youtube.com/Red Arrow Production. You'll see me mouthing words and trying to act like I'm talking. But yeah, just like that. It's yeah.
We got visual jokes now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at that guy right over there.
Welcome to the new age. It only took us 5 years.
The problem is we don't know which way to point because it's gonna look different on everybody's screen,
everybody.
I think.
I'm like right.
Well, at least
right there.
Like whoever downloads it or records it. Like I think, I don't know. The first one I was over to the right, and then Jake was on the left. I don't know, but it moves us around, so you'll see.
The worst thing is on the Microsoft Teams commercial when they go to like the audience view and they like have the two guys try to give a high five, and it looks so cringy,
so crappy.
Yeah. Like, high five.
Hey guys. Yeah.
Welcome to Microsoft Teams.
Welcome to worse Discord.
Yeah.
Did they buy Discord or not?
No, I don't think so.
I saw that they were trying to buy it, so I didn't know.
Oh yeah, I mean, as far as I know, if they tried to buy Discord was like, fuck off, we're better than you.
I also like that Discord, like when they're working on kind of changing their own deal, and like, yeah, so we just kind of made this crappy logo, and it wasn't even like symmetrical, and it just was kind of our logo for a long time, and we don't really know what it is. And it's just kind of a shape, and it's not. Some people think it's a pig nose. Some people think it's a controller. We don't know.
We don't know. It's Discord.
It's Discord.
It does look weird. I always thought it was like a spaceship alien thing. I don't know either. No one really knows.
Nobody knows. That's why it's provocative.
Gets the people going. It says they ended talks April 20th, 4/20.
Nice.
They were going to buy it for $10 billion.
They were going to buy it for $69 million.
Nice.
That's like that weird position to be in, right? Somebody offers you $10 billion for your company, and my first thought is like, oh sweet, that's all the money you'll ever need ever, no matter what. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. But then my second thought is like, if they think I'm worth $10 billion, how much am I actually worth?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They're trying to negotiate.
What's in the mystery box?
Yeah.
What's in
the box? Could be a boat, Lois.
It could be a boat.
But that's where my brain, like, you imagine that there's some set of board of directors at Discord, 3 bros in a room going like, 10 billion's a lot. But like, what if we could get like 15?
What if we
or like
20?
20? Like,
how long can we hold out? It's like the classic, we need to build a highway here. We'll give you $10 trillion for your house. And you're like, nah.
Oh wait. And they're like,
you've seen those pictures like in China of like the whole town around people.
It's
and
like
they have
one
like
little
this,
house.
Yeah, just one house. Who's like, nah, we're good. We're not moving.
This is my house. I live here.
You
"It's
don't.
my house now. It's
Dude,
my house now,
that's,
and it will be forever."
and I love how like they build the house right up to the fence line, and it's just that little, just the picket fence is so defiant against this fucking gigantic like skyscraper of an apartment complex. It's like,
Yeah.
no, this is my house with my yard. I have a cat.
I have
His name
a
is
cat.
Buster.
Buster.
Oh, that's awesome. I have a cat.
I have a cat. So I'm pissed. I'm mad. I hate it. I'm so angry.
You sound like it.
I'd like to hear about this.
I've decided that, it's not best to blindly hate something. You should at least know what you're talking about if you're going to say, I hate this.
Okay.
So this week on AEW,
I hate it already.
Oh my God.
Chris Jericho went one-on-one with Nick Gage.
And now Nick Gage is dead.
No,
No.
we could only be so lucky. The only funny thing in the match is that when he used his pizza cutter, they immediately cut to a commercial of Domino's cutting a pizza in 6 slices.
No.
Yeah, I'll have to send that in the group chat. But like that's the only good part of the match. But yeah, it's fucking dumb. He came
Well, you
out.
sent me a clip of him wrestling, and I was like, why?
Yeah.
So bad. Like, he's just not a good wrestler.
I didn't want to rewind to show you how bad the start was, but it was awful.
It was bad, yeah.
Yeah, it was bad enough I didn't want to rewind to have to live through it twice, and it was so awful. And he busts out the pizza cutter and he like runs it across Jericho's forehead. And if it was really that sharp, there would be all sorts of cuts across his forehead. But because it's clearly fake, there's like a cut.
Stupid.
I'm watching it on mute right now.
He's like his level of professional wrestling is like taking a junior high wrestler and putting him on a high school basketball team.
Yeah.
And watching that basketball team go through like, why is this kid here? What are you doing? That's the basketball kid.
It just feels like
we need to get that over to there.
It's in slow motion.
He's so bad.
And like everything like shitty forearm, shitty selling. The only way he sells is if someone busts him over the head with something and he falls down.
Because he has no choice. He has no choice in the sell. He actually got hurt. He's an idiot.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah, now you're getting mad.
I won't even watch. I watched enough last night. You sent me that two sections of Snapchat, so it was like 20 seconds.
You know what's
super? You know what's the most annoying about Nick Gage, except for everything, other than everything.
Other than everything.
Other than
That's
everything.
the name of the podcast so far.
Other than everything, the most annoying part is that like he tries, and everything that I've seen, which is very limited, right? The dark side of the ring thing about him, a couple other YouTube things that I've watched, and then I don't know, everything else is stupid. Is like he tries to like sell himself as like an evil bad guy, like, oh, I'm
murder,
Nick Gage,
death,
and murder, death, kill gang, like hell. And then you see him in interviews, and he's like, no, man, I mean, I just this is how I earn my life. I just really like, this is how I feel wrestling should be. And it's like, if you're gonna be bad all the time, like,
right,
live the gimmick, even if the gimmick is bad. Like, don't try to cut a promo about how evil and tough you are and I love blood, and then be like, but yeah, tonight after work, I'm probably gonna pick up some milk, scrambled eggs in the morning. That's really the breakfast for me. And then I drop the kids off at school, say hi to their teacher, Miss Jorgensen. She's great. She's absolutely great. And then I'm gonna go stab somebody with some fluorescent lights.
I really hope he doesn't have kids.
He's got kids somewhere. Come on.
Well, you remember the Vice
There's a
thing?
gauge
Like
nugget
he
out
had
there
that.
somewhere.
He had that one chick that he'd been dating, the one that sounded like Aunt Gina. Just she.
If there's
This is
one
my
thing I
voice.
know about the women in Dayton, when they see me, they're anyway.
Yeah.
Well. This is the wrestling
I
segment of the
can't
podcast.
sell.
Dude, it's just like, and then I'm
Gold
still not
Gerber.
over, and I don't think I will ever be over the fact that he sat down with David Arquette and agreed that he wouldn't cut his face, and then turned around and cut his face.
Yeah.
Throat, carotid artery.
That too. But he said, just don't do that. You do whatever you want to me. Don't do that. And he said, I will not do that. Even if he was dickish enough to say, I make no promises, or we'll see how it goes during the match, or leave it ambiguous because he's a piece of shit, then you're like, all right, he did leave
Well,
it
he did
ambiguous
do
and
that.
he's a piece of shit. No, they shook hands and he said, I won't do that.
Correct.
It'd be like if you had that conversation with New Jack and you said, hey man, don't cut my face. And the only reason he would cut your face is if you potatoed him with like a baseball bat or something.
Right. Like,
And he would
if-
tell you the entire time why it's happening.
and he would say, yeah, you have that conversation with New Jack, and it's the quid pro quo. You say, don't cut my face. He say, perfect. Don't hit me in the ribs with the baseball bat. You go, perfect. You hit him in the ribs, he's going to cut your face.
Yeah.
Off. It's New
Off.
Jack. He'll cut it off.
And
but,
he'll wear it to then body slam you while wearing your face.
Right. But, like, for Nick Cage to say, like, absolutely, David Arquette, I won't do that. But David Arquette's entering the ring with all the confidence in the world that this is going to be a fun, entertaining match for those who are into that kind of thing, and then turns around and gets way fucked up. Like, that's not cool.
And the most insulting thing I think about the AEW match is that it's not even passable as a death match.
Oh,
Like
cool.
it's
Yeah.
a shitty version. It's a watered down version of a death match. So they don't even do half the shit. Like he gets put through a pane glass of or a pane of
windows.
glass. Yeah, pane glass window. Thank you. And then he like pile drives Jericho on it, and that was that. And someone got smashed with fluorescent tubes a couple times.
Wait, stop. Fluorescent tubes were brought out in
Yeah,
a match where people need to bleed?
yeah,
They should have
And
called
then-
Superhuman.
That's
right.
crazy.
And then
Maybe
then
he'll sign next.
he did a really, really bad holding the tube clearly in his hand and just like punching Jericho in the face with it. Oh my God, he's stabbing him in the forehead with those fluorescent tubes. No, he's not. It's very obvious that he's not. It's phonier than a football bat.
That is funny.
Robbie, you just
Dude.
buzzed out.
Yeah, you did.
Well, undo your shit.
Still messed
Do
up.
the thing. But yeah, Nick Cage sucks.
How about now?
That's better.
Yeah, super good.
Super bad.
Super human.
Whoop whoop.
Fuck this shit.
That was high quality. Like I'm gonna clip that and I'm putting that on Instagram. That was amazing.
The full
pretty good.
build.
Fuck this shit. Oh man.
Ooh, ooh, sheesh.
I've been doing it again.
All right, I'm gonna plug this.
Do the thing.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I would do that, and then I would do that,
And then you say,
and then it turns green, and he
And it's green.
says,
what's wrong with?
"That sounds a lot better."
Yeah, stop
Do we
doing
do?
the thing?
Do we
Stop
do
doing
the
the thing.
full what's the thing? The ASMR, a whole podcast of
An
ASMR.
entire podcast where I just whisper into your ears. Welcome to my show.
Also, let me whisper.
Yeah. That's something that you might like to hear. When you see my dick.
Oh, I wish I knew the version that Deaton does. He does the Saturday Night Live one, and it's hilarious.
What is wrong with your microphone, boy?
Dude, it is.
It must be. Check the connection to your computer.
I did.
Well, do it again.
This is what happens when you have an Apple computer, everybody.
He didn't like that. Does he not like that? Sheesh. They make an adapter for the adapter, though. That's a good thing.
I had a what did I call it? A crisis of conscience that I had to discuss with our one and only Jake this week.
One of a kind.
And I want Robin to robotically chime in on this.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, still bad. I find myself absolutely unexcited for like all sports. We've all discussed too many times on the podcast previous to this how much the Olympics are amazing. And we all love the Olympics. And I have watched zero of the Olympics because I don't care.
I think a lot of it for me, like I've tuned in and I've watched quite a bit of the Olympics, but there is definitely the crowd element missing that, you know, when the crowd gets behind, you know, somebody or something, like it's really powerful moments. But like I imagine if that woman had won the fencing or the Japan beating China at what was it, table tennis, like the place would have come unglued.
I just like, and any other like Olympics, I watched at least the clips of that, if not watched it live, and I would have freaked out and been super excited. And like, I'm almost like, I'm excited to tailgate Ducks football. I don't know if I'm excited for Ducks, like the games. I don't know if I care right now. And it's the weirdest feeling. The look that Robin just gave, if you're watching this on YouTube, youtube.com/Red Arrow Productions, the look that Robin gives, that's how I feel on the inside. I give myself that look because my brain doesn't understand I don't care about the Green Bay Packers going into this season either. They were in the NFC Championship game last year. Aaron Rodgers is back. He's the reigning MVP. We are a terrible like field goal call by the coach away from potentially going to a Super Bowl. And I'm like, man, don't get me started about the Blazers because
You also got Randall Cobb back.
we got Randall Cobb back, who's going to be an amazing mentor to that slot receiver we actually drafted. Like, it's going to be like the season is setting up to be exciting for the Ducks and the Packers both. Bunch of great recruits, bunch of good draft picks. Well, good draft picks, not offensively, and it's gonna be awesome. And I don't care. I got all sorts of riled up today because somebody tried to tell me that because the Beavers won the last Civil War, they're better than the Ducks. And I had to politely explain to them that, like, over the last 20 years, the Beavers' record against the Ducks is like 2-18. They suck shit. The Ducks are way better. And he was like, man, you're really passionate about that. And I was like, not really.
I just like to argue.
Yeah, like, and it makes me sad.
I had to explain Phil the backpack today, and somebody's like, "Oh, so you're the guys that go around and steal shit from everybody." I'm like, "No, we don't steal shit. We play Phil the backpack, and plus, it's our rival, so fuck them." And he's like, "Oh, yeah,
yeah, right." Like, I want to go right, and Jake brought this up in our conversation that like go to an event, right? Fans are back at Autzen, like tailgating's back, go, and then soak in the ambiance and let that get you hype. And I'm like, that's probably the best way to do it because
that's what you need.
Because I think it's been so long.
We've been so divorced from it.
Yeah, it's like it was hard, like to get even upset last year. Like I was like, okay, right. I mean, Except for F1. F1 super hype all the time. Like that.
Well, they have fans.
They do have fans, but they didn't have fans last year. Like last year, even.
Last year it was our new shiny toy.
It was. That's true.
This year, like it's watching the race
so awesome.
in England and hearing the crowd cheer and roar. It was like, this is amazing. Seeing the people react to what's happening in front of them. Like I can't imagine how that would feel being in the car. Like if you even hear it.
Like, would you not be? You'd have to tell. I'd be telling my kid forever. Like I was there when Lewis Hamilton waved the flag doing a lap around Silverstone. Like
right.
I saw he drove past me, and he looked right at me. He waved that flag to me. There are 400,000 people. He was like, Alex Maxwell, this flag's for you. And I was like, yeah, it is. Get it, Hammy.
I'm sorry, Lewis. You're not getting my Bud Light.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I've watched. God, I don't know if there's a number that I could estimate, but probably at least 35 hours of Olympics.
I haven't watched that much. I've watched less than I would expect to watch, but I've also been working a lot.
Does America
I haven't worked
suck
for shit
this year?
Does what?
No.
No,
because I just keep hearing
dominating.
all of the stuff about like for the first time ever they didn't win a gold medal on the first day, and this team got like our women's swimming relay team got silver, and all, I was just like, are we bad? Because I feel like we're supposed to win a whole bunch of this stuff.
Well, right
the
now
men's basketball team lost.
We have the most overall medals at 41. China has 33. Japan has 25. China has 16 gold medals. Japan has 15 gold medals. The United States has 14 gold medals. The United States has 16 silver medals to China's 7 and Japan's 4. Then 10's. Then yeah, that's basically Japan's number 2 because they have the second most medals. But the U.S. is kicking everybody's ass. And swimming hasn't started yet. And basketball
it has. Track hasn't started.
Yeah, track hasn't started yet. But swimming hasn't finished yet.
Now.
Yeah, and
but
weightlifting.
Shikari still isn't there.
Yeah, she's raking it in with Bose and Nike contracts. Like, good for her.
Yeah, I mean, get paid for sure. But also, like,
still bullshit.
Yeah, fix your fucking rules, Olympics.
That's the stupidest fucking thing. Like, I don't understand how that works. And then you've got Megan Rapinoe doing like a CBD ad. Like,
right.
How's that work? She can do that, but we're gonna pop somebody like. Okay.
Well, and this like
stupid.
Everything I've heard about Shikari specifically is that like there's proof that she like smoked outside of like it was like the test she took like was like this is well after she won and everything, and so it's like yeah she found out that her biological mom died or something like that, so she got ripped with a couple of friends chilling out after emotional news that had
in Oregon where it's legal.
Yeah.
Right.
Having nothing to do with the competition itself, and they were still like, it's in your system. Nope.
Well, that's the biggest flaw with the like they can't really pull you over for driving while high because there's no it's your word against theirs. Like, okay, is he high or is he just dumb?
Right.
And then there's no way of testing really the half-life of THC in your bloodstream or your urine.
Or the fat cells where it's stored for several days.
Right.
I thought they came out with a saliva test that they could do.
Sure. They need to if they haven't. Like,
yeah.
I need to know if it's in your system right now affecting you.
Active in your
or
system,
or if it's just in your system because you smoke on a regular basis. Like that.
I don't know.
It was fun. Like stupid. I remember my old boss being like, "Hey, I was like," and I told them same thing. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be high, and they're like, "Okay, well, we just need to establish a baseline." I'm like, okay, good. I went and peed, and they're like, "Okay, it was just the weed." I'm like, "Yeah, I told you." Like,
yep. The Coke didn't show up. All right.
Yes. Mouthwash for the win.
Somebody today at work, somebody was like. She was like, "Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't really drink Coke." I was like, "Neither do I, but it smells good."
But it smells good.
I like that. That should be a shirt.
That That should be a shirt.
The the Sklars were on Rome, and you got to hear it. Talk to us about it.
Oh, it was awesome. So they have been, I guess they're reasonably frequent sub-ins for Jim Rome. And so they did the only segment I got to hear, I was in the truck for 5 minutes. I don't even drive company trucks anymore. And this was like a one-off thing where I was the only one who was available to make this little delivery. And I was like, yeah, not a problem. Hop in the truck, turn it on, boom. I hear Sklar. And I'm like, wait, what is happening right now?
Hey,
they're subbing in for Jim
Randy
Rome.
and Jason Sklar from Cheap Seats.
Cheap Seats.
Oh, okay.
Hilarious.
The Jewish twin brothers who were very funny.
Yeah.
They did a segment of the premise was, if dressage is an Olympic event, here are 5 sports that need to be Olympic events as well, right? Nothing against dressage, technical horse walking, nothing against that. But if that's there, we need these 5. And they were like, the first one they brought up was just like wiffle ball. Like, we need
that could be legit.
Right? Wiffle ball.
Have you seen those dudes whip bits?
Yeah. They get it. They raved about wiffle ball. Then they said cornhole. Cornhole is
that's
awesome.
On its way.
What they said, their idea was husband and wife co-ed teams only.
Yes.
So that way you got Gregory and Brenda screaming at each other from 27 feet away. In the hole, Brenda. We need it in the hole. Will you shut up, Gregory? All right. I'm going to make it.
Why do they have to be from the South?
Because.
Come on. Have you ever watched the cornhole championship?
Dude, I went to my buddy's wedding this last weekend, and there was a cornhole tournament going on in the hotel that I was at. And it was just, they're like, who let the dogs out? And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Awesome. And then the third sport they suggested was ultimate frisbee, which should be an Olympic sport for sure. The fact that sport doesn't have refs is the only thing that stops it from being like a second tier popular sport in America.
Handball can do it. Come on.
We need ultimate frisbee needs to adopt referees and then become mainstream like it should. It's a phenomenal sport. They show up on ESPN top 10 all the time. Crazy dives, jumping over people. It'd be great. And they just went into their Cheap Seats. Like, it was like 3 minutes of the ultimate frisbee episode of Cheap Seats. Like, the first thing, and I don't know, right? Their voices are too similar. So without seeing them, I don't know which one started. But guys, like, brother 1, for the sake of explanation, brother 1 goes ultimate frisbee, and brother 2 immediately goes, this isn't frisbee, this isn't the Olympics, this is your life. And I was like, that's perfect. And they talked about what was the guy's name in Cheap Seats? Dobbins.
Ron Dobbins.
Yeah, he was like, that's the all-time American coach. Bring in Dobbins. He's gonna run the whole thing. Like, he'll teach you how to do a fake cut.
It's FCU, it's ICU.
Yeah, they did. I mean, just rapid fire recap of the ultimate frisbee episode of Cheap Seats, and then I had to get out of the truck. But it was,
the best part is, that's just in their repertoire.
Yeah,
they can just go to any of their bits from Cheap Seats probably at any point, especially like dueling Carsons.
It worked so well, like, because anyone who wasn't familiar with their Cheap Seats is just like, oh, this is funny, because that's funny things to say. And anyone who's watched Cheap Seats is like, classic Sklar. Classic Sklar. As soon as they were like, ultimate frisbee needs to get in, they were 100% serious about it, and then just every reference possible. And I was like, this might be enough to make me like go to church, because God wanted me in this truck at this moment. He made sure I was the only available delivery driver at that moment.
Really feel God in this Chili's tonight.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I don't know. I'm sure there's like a YouTube clip or something of just them talking about the Olympics, but it was phenomenal sports talk radio.
Phenomenal.
I will, on a side note, let everybody know if you ever get the chance to listen to the Zach Gelb show, don't.
Oh, who's that?
He's a terribly, terribly sub-mediocre sports talk radio guy from New York.
New York.
He's from New York, but he loves the Boston teams, right? He gets to play that thing. He likes the Red Sox. He likes the New England Patriots with Tom Brady. He's like
Brady.
He lives like in Manhattan doing his radio show talking about how great Boston teams are. And it's like his influences are every sassy sports talk radio host like that's famous now. Rome, Cowherd, like Pharrell, all of them, because
hey, Pharrell on the bench.
His whole
Hey, how you doing? It's Scott Farrell. I got the winners. I got the hits. I got the picks tonight. Call in. We got the wild card line going. Scott Farrell. We're talking NFL. We're talking NHL.
That's it. So that's a great. And then we got to mute the mic because of how perfect that impression was. But like that's what he tries to do.
Back.
He's like, I'm Zach Gelb, and I mean, I'm just gonna tell you how it is. I'm gonna tell you straight up how I feel, and if you disagree, that's fine. Call in, tell me how you disagree. I'll tell you how you're wrong, but you can disagree with me. That's what the show's all about. Tom Brady's the best.
Which is completely opposite to this one dude, DA, who I absolutely love. Like
Love
I used to
DA.
I used to listen to DA when he was on late nights,
Yep.
and I called in a few times. I actually got on his show, and there was one time he's talking about having the Pro Bowl. It was the first year they're doing the Pro Bowl before the Super Bowl. Yep. And he's like, and he said, do you want to see your players in the Pro Bowl? And I called and I said, absolutely fucking not. Well, I didn't say fuck.
You didn't say fucking.
But I said, absolutely not. And he's like, why is that? He says, because that means my team's not in the Super Bowl.
Bingo.
And he's like, that's probably the best reason I've heard. I was like, yeah. Like, why do I want to see my guys play the week before the Super Bowl? Like, I want to see them play in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Bingo. And yeah, DA I listen to every morning.
He's awesome. He was great.
Because I listen to DA and I get like the first segment of Dan Patrick most mornings. And then on the way home, I listen to True Crime podcast because I don't want to listen to Zach Gelb tell me how amazing Tom Brady is at throwing a 5-yard check down pass to 7 Super Bowls. Like I don't care.
And then losing to Eli Manning twice.
Yeah. Like the
2-time.
The bad Manning. You lost to the bad Manning. But again, that also goes back to my pet peeve. Tom Brady didn't lose to Eli Manning because he didn't play against Eli Manning. That face. It unplugged. Now your mic is broken.
What?
Now your mic is broken.
Mine?
No, not yours. I don't know who to point at. Jake, you're not making noise.
Well, while he's figuring that out,
Mute button was on.
Did we ever figure out who the commentator was for the 3-on-3 basketball?
Oh
because
my God,
he
that was
is
awful.
The worst.
Whatever,
All
you shared it like
Kevin.
a good meme.
Oh my God, the
slap
shit that
the
he
shit
was
out of you.
saying. Like, yeah. Somebody makes an assist and he's like, he's sharing it like a good meme. I'm like, shut up.
He was trying so hard to be cool.
So hard.
Like
he was trying to be Snoop Dogg without being funny.
It was like Snoop Dogg meets Stuart Scott, and you're not as talented as either one of them. Like, it was cool when Stuart Scott was like cooler than the other side of the pillow. You're like, that's smooth. That guy knows what he's doing.
Smack
You
the
saying,
Rack Jack is clean.
Right?
The one dude missed a layup and he goes, and then he goes, oh, he blew it. I was like, don't do that.
Sound effects. Burr, 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 burr.
What is this, Police Academy?
Right? Michael Winslow? Or is it Michael or Kellen Winslow?
Michael.
Yeah.
Kellen
He's
Winslow
like,
played
dude,
football. He was a soldier.
Whatever. Yeah.
He's a soldier.
Like,
Yeah.
no limit.
Michael Winslow.
Hey, my question about Olympics, though, is do the horses get medals in those horse events? Because if they don't,
No, the horses are considered equipment.
Yeah, see, I won't. That's why I thought so, because I didn't watch.
They're 100% shipped and like treated as equipment. It's the same way that like you have to check in your javelins, you have to check in your horses at the Olympics. It's 100% their
I should have
equipment.
told Grayson, hey, you shouldn't feel bad about that hamster. It's just equipment.
Bingo.
It's just equipment.
Does he still miss his hamster?
Probably.
But he's not
Yeah,
texting you about it.
he hasn't texted me about it today.
You should text him right now and be like, "How's the hamster?"
Dude, my hamster
No.
is fat as fuck. Like his favorite food is broccoli. So we got home from the thing. So he just stuck this big old tree of broccoli in his giant container, where he's living his life happily.
You mentioned that hamsters like broccoli twice last week.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing.
You should ask Grayson if he ever fed his hamster broccoli. Did you ever feed it
And then
broccoli?
ask
Maybe
if
it would.
wants to-
Maybe it would have lived longer if you fed it broccoli.
His bones would have been stronger. No, I just mentioned because it's super funny to watch. Like it's like it sees it and just attacks. Like I've never seen a vicious side of something so small, but it's like broccoli.
Death metal hamster over there.
Death Metal Hamster is the name of the episode.
Death Metal Hamster is legally my name now.
Oh,
Trying to bring Charlotte to school or something. Yeah, my name's Death Metal Hamster. I'm here to pick up Charlotte Maxwell. They're like, excuse me, get out. Pull out my ID. They're like, a fake ID doesn't let us give you a kid, sir. Get out.
They're like, there's a man here identifying as Death Metal Hamster, and Molly's like, yes, this is Mrs. Hamster.
This is hamster.
I like how in this scenario it's only the kid that didn't get the name changed.
Right.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Oh, the kid.
Poor
kid.
When you can only afford 2 name change fees,
Right.
The kid's taste.
I mean, anything's better than awesome.
Awesome. Wait, is there a
I
kid
told
named
River
Awesome?
that story.
Yeah, there's a
Remember
kid
that?
named.
No.
They should have named her Thumbs Down.
Maybe that is just you and me talking.
Maybe it
'Cause I know
was.
we talked about it.
I'll tell you about it later, Alex.
Oh,
Actually, hell, I'll tell it now. So this kid's a fucking shithead in at day camp, and the name is Awesome. And Mia
Like
says
spelled normal?
AWESOME.
M-E,
A-W-E.
S-O-M-E. So
And so-
Awesome
Awesome.
Johnson or Awesome. I hope his last name's Johnson. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Awesome Johnson.
That would be a good name.
That's gonna
Anyway.
be a creative character name.
Coming to the ring from parts unknown, Awesome Johnson. Anyway,
Continue,
Mia
Short.
says, yeah, they should have named her Awesome. They should have named her Thumbs Down, and like gives a straight up thumbs down sign. And I'm standing there, and I spit out whatever's in my mouth,
Full
And-
on.
and I look at her, I'm
dad
like,
pop.
that is very funny. You cannot say that. You cannot say that at school.
That is very funny. You cannot tell anyone that you said it to me first. Definitely right to his face, though.
Her.
Her face. Her
Oh, man.
her face?
Her.
Now it's even better if her last name is Johnson.
Oh,
Remember
man.
this person is also like 7.
We're adding to it.
Alex Maxwell canceled.
Yeah, 100%. That's amazing. Amazing.
Good.
Awesome Johnson.
I'm still recovering from that Scott Farrell imitation.
Dude, you went in. You went in. This was like the Dickie V impersonation all over again.
Yeah,
It's awesome,
By that I
baby.
mean spot on.
spot on.
Like
Like somewhere Scott Farrell was in the studio and he just like went limp and he woke up.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, Scott, what's going on? He's like,
I passed out for a second.
Yeah. And we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
And we're back. Weenie
Full
in the
circle.
butt.
Weenie in the butt. Oh, speaking of anyway, I'll tell you the weird trip that I took to get there. So I thought about the character I made up, Crying Brian Dern, who's my FM radio DJ name, and I made that up after going to the ZZ Top concert, which made me think of
Aw.
the bassist who just died,
Yeah.
Dusty, and it was a real sad day.
Aw.
And I had to put on a pair of cheap sunglasses and get in my sleeping bag as a sharp dressed man, and with my legs.
Oh man.
Terrible.
So that happened.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as gonna go back in time to find the power of love.
In time. But they were on Back to the Future 3, so
There you go.
yeah, it's all connected.
Right, they were.
So
Hey,
yeah,
ready for a random office trivia question?
I was actually gonna ask for office trivia, so hell yes.
So I don't know where this question came from. I mean, I know where it came from, but I mean,
Yeah.
So it says, who called the bedroom her gym? GYM, not JIM. I don't remember this at all.
Hold on. Who called the bedroom? No, what's the British girl's name?
Nelly?
Nelly. I thought she did it. Is it not Nelly? I imagine when she was hitting on Dwight while he was trying to sleep with her for the floater, like she would have said.
I could see that, yeah.
But is it
Not
Phyllis?
her.
Meredith?
No,
Oh.
it's Phyllis. It was Phyllis. I don't remember that at all, so I'm gonna look it up later. But I went through a bunch of cards and I was like, what?
It has to be like the
don't.
Valentine's Day episode where they
Right.
go to
Something
the
like that,
restaurant,
right? Yeah. Exactly.
where she's like drunk and is like, we like to go to the gym. The gym's our bedroom.
Have you ever banged an entire bachelorette party, baby?
Why are you singling out my line?
Like 10 years later.
Like 10 years later, yes, the second part of that. Such a good ass show.
That's my side complaint about Funko Pop figures. I've got a bevy of Office related ones, as we all know. And Michael Scarn gets his own Threat Level Midnight label. It doesn't say The Office. It says Threat Level Midnight.
Oh.
But Golden Face does not.
Huh.
That is dumb.
Threat level.
You should write them.
midnight.
You should write them and be like, hey,
What the hell?
To stir the shit, but what the fuck?
Make me a new box, boy.
Yeah,
Figure it out.
figure it out. That's what I said. I said figure it out.
Should we talk about my robocall?
Yes, we should.
100% we should
Yes,
talk
we
about your
should.
robocall.
So I don't know how this keeps happening to me.
Only to you, specifically to you. This is
Yeah.
like the third or fourth time you've told
And
a
we
similar
even
story.
Asked, why is it just you?
It's
I-
just
yeah.
you.
I have
Nobody
no
knows.
idea. Nobody knows. Somehow that is correct. But so this dude calls me up. I'm driving home from work, and phone rings, and I answer. It says it's a verified number, so I know it's not a robocall.
Mhm.
And so I answer it, and I keep quiet because I don't know who this guy is. And I've always said you don't volunteer information like hello. And so this guy's like, hello. I'm like, yeah, what's going on? He's like, you called me. I'm like, no, I didn't. And I just hang up on him.
No, I didn't.
It's like true on like every possible level in that he actually called you, but he's referencing this missed call that he has
Right.
before that you still didn't make. So
Right.
not only when he says you called me, did you not call him right then? You also didn't call him earlier.
Earlier.
You are like telling double truths.
Yeah,
Double truth telling.
I'm Emineming the situation.
Yes.
And so this jabroni sends me a picture of a robocall very clearly because it's got the plus in front of it.
Yep.
If it's got the plus and a 1, because people call with pluses and 1s on their phone numbers these days.
Yeah, that's what you need to make an international call, which means it's coming from an Indian-based like phishing like call center where they're just trying to steal information.
Or it's a company that's trying to get money from you because you haven't paid your bills and they're trying to use a number that would be somewhat familiar to you.
Even better.
Oh, 541, that's where I'm from. It must be someone I know. Hi, this is John with Ace Card Services. Do you have a moment? Anyway,
Yep.
so I send him a message. He sends me that, and I respond with, "You got nothing else to do today? Fucking hell, son." Like, that's just how I'm starting this conversation.
This is where we're at.
This is
Let's
where
go.
we're at. Like, I'm officially annoyed. Like, so other than calling people that call me and don't leave a message, nah. Man, quit acting like a fool. You ever heard of a robocall? Try paying your bills.
Ooh.
Insinuation, robocall.
Yeah.
They need the money. Robocall, pay my bills. You called me dipshit. Quote son and quote fool. You wear your pants around your ankles too. I reply with your Y-O-U-R and then an asterisk.
Correcting.
Yeah. I missed the two I was driving. Yeah, and ankles has an apostrophe as though my ankle is possessing. So this
Makes
guy
sense.
is, so he's doing it. He's really a winner here. And I say, at least I know the rules of language I'm attempting to use. And he responds with again, unfortunately, you are incorrect. Okay. And then now I'm sitting in traffic. I'm no longer moving. I'm now sitting. I called you son because I assumed only a young, foolish person could make this mistake, but you're just plain foolish. Calling you a fool was your own inference. This time it's not, though. You're a feckless, small-minded idiot who's so wrapped up and protected his tiny, shrinking territory that he lashes out at anyone he can, in any way he can, so he can tell someone who'll listen that he owned this guy. You pissant.
That was the part that got me.
He's like, you know me so well. Let's meet up. We can talk about it. I'm like, oh, are you a big fighter? I do so love your Neanderthal mindset of attempting to smash that which you don't understand. By the way, you're really, really stupid. His last response is, I didn't say anything about fighting, but whatever you want. In fact, I said talk. And so these last three messages went unresponded. I said, send me a picture so I can see how cute you are.
Nice.
Do you realize that you're simply illustrating my points for me, or did I use too big of words for you to understand? So you skipped the hard ones, like high school.
Oof.
Then how much of my day are you going to let me take from you? Are you that unimportant you need to know who everyone is all of the time?
He did not like it.
And so yeah, that was the third time that I've been called, and it's about
such a great game.
It's about tone, right? If someone calls me and they're like, "Hello," I'm like, "Hello." I will give you a cordial response. No, I'm sorry, I didn't call you. This must have been some sort of mistake. Move on.
Yep.
But if you take the tone, if it's when keeping it real goes wrong, and you're like, "Fuck that! I don't like people playing on my phone." It's like I got nothing but time to fuck with you. What are you so happy about, Robin? You
Yes,
got really excited.
U.S. Rugby Women's Sevens. We just scored twice against Australia. I'm sending you a video.
Hell yeah.
Scored twice in like the last minute.
Against Australia, that's impressive.
Right? Like, I fucking love this. The Olympics are the best.
I love that you found rugby, because I used to watch rugby all the time. Like,
dude,
when I was
rugby is 8-man football without forward passing.
Yeah, which is basically awesome. 8-man football.
Right.
Or pads.
Or pads.
Well, but the thing is
concussions.
They need to tackle. Like, if I'm coaching football anytime soon, I'm making them watch rugby because they show you how to make good tackles, good form tackles.
That's right. That's Seahawk tackling.
And wrap up like
eyes through thighs.
Yeah, and it's so fundamental on the tackling. I fucking love it. It's great.
I learned the basics of rugby tackling. You have to bring bring your inside shoulder to hit their side and bring your head behind them, because if you bring your head in front of them, you're going to get kneed in the face.
Mm-hmm. And concussed and fucked up. And it's the last couple years, the governing body for high school sports has been trying to push this type of tackle. And Seattle, the Seahawks, I guess, are the ones that started using it in the NFL.
Yep.
And seeing
I wrote an article about it.
Yeah, like, this is how it should be done, and all of these people get it. And I would almost ask to take away pads for junior high football at all levels so that they have to learn to tackle properly. Because if you learn like this, then you're not going to get concussed when you know how to tackle later. Like this,
True.
this is where the fundamentals should be. We need to start playing more rugby. Or no pads in football.
I've heard a lot of like people come out and just say like, get rid of the pads in football. Like there's always going to be that finite amount of, like, as they call them, the bang bang plays where pads or no pads, somebody's getting hurt. Like welcome
like
to athletics.
Shells.
Yeah,
right.
That's going to happen. But you will naturally protect
will
your head.
Yes, exactly.
Because now you're going to get hurt if you don't do it right, as opposed to, no, man, I don't feel nothing. Hit him. Go lead with the crown of the helmet.
Well, second you put on pads, you feel like you're protected.
Yeah.
And so you're willing to throw your body at people in a way you wouldn't normally do.
I had a friend who's pretty big guy, played offensive lineman in high school football, 6A high school football in Oregon. So he's basically a nobody. But the best part is he said he got a concussion one game, and his school got approved to buy him, like, basically the concussion proof helmet, like the newest, what is it, Rydell helmet that had come out. And he said he put that on 2 weeks after his concussion and passed all the protocols and all that stuff. And he put that thing on, and he was like, I couldn't feel it. I'd slam my head into a wall on purpose to show my friends how I couldn't feel it. Like, I felt invincible. And he was like, and I'm pretty sure I ended up with like 4 more concussions that season that went undiagnosed because I was crown of the helmet, everybody, because, dude, this is great. And I was like, yeah, that right there sealed the deal for me. Take pads away.
Yeah.
You naturally pull your head out of danger's way in every aspect of your life until you're wearing a helmet, and then you're like, ha
I am a ram.
No, I'm sold. I'm sold on the idea of getting rid of pads just from watching rugby and seeing, like, you just see these big ass dudes, and it's professional athletes tackling over and over and over again without pads, and no one gets hurt because they learn to tackle the right way.
Well, also, nobody's 350 pounds.
There are some big dudes. Like, Fiji's got some, like, 275
Like, Fiji's got some
pounders.
big dudes, but there isn't anybody like Vince Wilfork out there.
No, but also, when was the last time he made a full speed, like, smashing dude tackle? I mean, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know.
What I'm saying is, like, those guys, the big dudes are more prone to getting hurt just because they're big and fat, and when big and fat tumbles, it breaks.
Right, I get that. I just think if you take away that protection, that layer of
we're agreeing
security,
at each other.
Yeah,
we are agreeing at each other.
Fuck.
Agreement.
I used to say that all the time in my old job, because I'd be saying one thing, my boss would be agreeing with me, and things would start escalating as we're agreeing, and I'm like, we are agreeing at each other.
I want to agree more.
No.
I think you should.
Oh, shit.
So, these people, they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. Make sure you're checking out our YouTube. It's on and popping, youtube.com/Red Arrow Productions. So check it out there. Ron is the boss of that. Now he's got the music to make it do. So speaking of do, he's got the Mountain Dew. And I was going to be wearing jeans. But for this episode, this edition of my show with Alex and Jake, good night, universe.
That's a podcast.
Go Ducks!
Go Ducks.
Go all of the Ducks.
All of them.
None of the Fuskies.
Fuck the Huskies, bro.